Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. I am the Tennis Lycans, and welcome back. We are going to be continuing with Cobblemon. Uh, with that, I decided to take a look at their Pokedex, try to figure out where certain things are and what we are going to do for our fire team. Uh, there's still kind of an issue with doing full on fire. It's going to make getting water types a little bit harder, but that is not important. What is important is I did find that Crullage does in fact get false swipe, so we will be able to get false swipe. However, there is a slight problem with this. Crullage and Armorage and Charcadet are all only found in the Nether. So we're going to have to get to the Nether, which means one of two things. We're either going to have to find enough obsidian inside of chests near ruined portals to make our own portal, or we're going to have to mine obsidian. Now, the problem with mining obsidian is that means that we actually need to be able to get a diamond pickaxe, which means we really need to do some mining. I don't want to bore you guys with that. I want to get straight into, catching Pokemon and everything. So, we're going to have to hold off on that for a little while. Meantime, I've been thinking about what am I going to do for this team, because using a pure fire team is going to prove to be a little bit difficult. So far, I haven't seen any gyms or anything, so I don't know if that's even in this. But as far as just capturing regular Pokemon, that does mean that we are kind of limited, and I didn't realize just how limited we are. So I've got to make some decisions on what we're actually going to get. So we are going to have both Cruelage and Armorage, because I do want to use both of them. I do think they would make awesome members of a fire team. And that leaves the field kind of wide open for any others. And we're mostly going to have to rely on starters, because I don't really care for any of the others except for like two. And that is Arcanine and Ninetales. I like Rapidash, but Rapidash is more like a carry Pokemon. It's not really something I want to battle with. Arcanine has a lot better firepower, and so does Ninetales. And Ninetales has also got some ghost abilities on it. Not going to matter though, because we are going to have Coolidge on our team, so that is going to really work. So the question becomes, what Pokemon are we going to use? Hisuian Cyndaquil would absolutely be nice. Let me look. I've got it pulled up, but I don't know. So Hisuian Typhlosion is listed. It is not listed as far as location, so I don't really know how to get any of the alternate forms. So we did find the Galarian Meowth, so I'm not exactly sure on how to get into these others. Yeah, even Growlithe is not listed as having a spawn location, so we may not be able to get the Typhlosion. So we may have to do just the base ones, which means we got to pick and choose what are going to get. Uh, as far as what I would want, I absolutely hate this idea, but Incineroar being a dark type, it would be very helpful. So my plan for now is that we are going to have our Charizard, we're going to get an Infernape, an Incineroar, an Armarouge, and a Cruelage. So that's five. We actually need one more. And there are a couple choices that I think people would say, hey, go for this one and go for that one. I really don't care about some of the other. In fact, Incineroar being on the team is just absolutely blasphemous to me. I cannot stand uh, Incineroar. I don't like it. I don't like the way it looks. I can't stand the dang thing. So, yeah, you can see we are still paused right there on the screen. I am currently looking at the Cobblemon decks. So, let's go ahead and let's jump right back into this. You can see that this is exactly where I left off the previous video, where we didn't move. We're in the same spot, so we can just continue on. I am not too thrilled about any of our selections, especially considering that the Cruelage and Armorage is only found in the Nether. That means we got to get to the Nether somehow, which I am not a huge fan of. That seems like that's going to be a bigger pain in the butt than you would think. Now, where we left off, we are right here in this town. Our Charmander has somehow healed. It was knocked out when we left. I did not find a healer. I paused the game, and we are just now coming back. So that's interesting. I wonder if there's some kind of healing thing going on. I don't know. That's really weird. Now, one of our goals was we were looking for a mesa, and I haven't really seen a mesa. We've been all over, and I haven't seen one yet. One of the other things we need to worry about is also getting our team put together. Again, there doesn't seem to be any kind of gym, so I'm not too concerned with that. It's a regular horse. I thought that may be oh, what's his name? I can't think of it. The mount dude. The horse that's a mount. That thing. There is potential, like, if I could get a score bunny, I would absolutely use a score bunny. Because I love Cinderace. Cinderace is one of my favorites. So if I could find a score bunny, that'd be great. And I think I saw... Did I actually look it up? I don't think I looked it up. There's another one of these. Let's see if we can get some coins. I still don't know what these coins are actually going to be used for. As far as I know, these coins are specifically for... Oh, there's a honage. The coins are specifically for Gimme Gold. I don't see any more coins, though. I'm not going to mess with that. That may be a chest. It may be a Gimme Gold. I don't know. That honage is really calling to me. Hi, honage. Dude, that actually looks pretty. It looks like a Minecraft sword. I like how they did that. That's really cool. I don't have my shears out. I wanted to test this. Can we? Oh, I can shear them. Oh, that's interesting. That is really interesting. Look at the little Wooloo. He doesn't have his fur. I wonder how it grows back for them. There's a Spinarak over there somewhere. Bunnery, Wooloo, Ladybug. I see the Spinarak. There's a Tello. There's a Pidgey. Little Ladybug. There is more plains over here. Let me take a quick look. I've still got this up. Where exactly do you find Score Bunny? Where is Score Bunny? It does say grasslands. I can never remember where the bio is listed. Where is the bio? Bio, plains. So not grasslands. What is the difference there? It says grasslands, but is grasslands a plains? The other thing it does say is tundra. So, yeah, until we see something spawn. I know I saw a reboot spawn, but I don't remember exactly where that reboot was at. That was somewhere like way south of where we're at right now. It was somewhere like way down this way. I want to say that may have been here, which looks like it's a sunflower plains, possibly there. This is just a regular plains. Like, maybe we'll get lucky. Can I share you as well? Just curious. Yeah, I can. Look at that. That is really cool. I love the detail. That's great. There's a flabebe over here somewhere. And an Igglybuff. Does that mean I can dye them? I don't know. That's an interesting question. Can I dye the Pokemon? I don't think you can do it in Pixelmon, but here in Cobblemon you may be able to do that. I don't know. I gotta change my screen back. Yep, there we go. Mareep, there's a Ponyta, Wooloo, Zigzagoon, Pidgey, Ladybug, Ponyta there. Ponyta. Ponyta actually has my absolute favorite shiny in the entire franchise. Shiny Ponyta and Rapidash is amazing. Like the blue fire is just it's epic. I love it. I wish their attacks would change to blue as well. That'd be great. Seems like there's a Mareep over here somewhere. Or not a Mareep, Marini. Hello, Marini. And that looks like a Kingler. Yes, it is. So, take a look here. I guess we could continue heading east. I'm not really seeing much here. And again, this is a cold biome, so we need to start heading towards a warmer biome. So, only way we're going to find a mesa is if we go somewhere warmer. Get out of the cold biomes. I would like to stick around this area. I wish I could find a Scorbunny. Scorbunny would be great. The Wattrel's just sitting out in the water is great. And the Kilowattrel. That was hilarious seeing that earlier. They're just sitting there in the water. That was so much fun. I don't see much of anything. There's a lot of water Pokemon here right now. Of course there's going to be, because we're in the ocean. But there aren't any, like, amazing things. Like, I haven't seen a Wailord yet. I did see the Gyarados earlier, but for the most part, we've just been seeing Wishy-Washies, Magikarps. I think that's the first tentacle I've seen on the screen. Barraskewda, Remoras. Oh, Carva, that's a new one. I hadn't seen that one yet. Frillish, I've seen a few Frillishes, but then I've seen its evolution. Veluza, I think that's... I'm not really sure what that one is. There's too many Pokemon to try and keep track of all of them anymore. There's just too many. Okay, it doesn't look like... You know what, we're not getting off here. So it looks like this is just a big lake. So I imagine this, like, closes off over there. We're going to try and go up here. Let's head north. All we're doing right now is just trying to expose land on the map. Because the area of effect that the map exposes is absolutely huge. We can see for quite a distance once the map... Once we clear out some of the gray of the map, it just clears out a ginormous section. So, there's a Golduck. I haven't seen a Golduck yet. Combi, Ninjask. The Chonk, Wishy-Washy. Caterpie back there. And again, if you don't know where I'm looking at the mini map top right corner, just calling out any Pokemon that I see pop up on the map. Yeah, this is just a giant lake area. I guess let's just try to go inland. Pidgeotto? Nice. Ladybug, Magikarp, Goldeen. I don't really know which way we should really be going here. I do want to continue heading east, though. It is going to be one heck of a trek all the way back home, though. Bumblebee, Swallow, Centret. I can't really read that. I think that says Teddy Ursa. No, it says Tandem Mouse. As the screen was getting darker there, I couldn't make out what that said. Okay, and this is the end of the line up here. Yeah, we'll go ahead. We'll jump out here, grab our boat, and start walking again. Luckily, I've got my home base marked, so I'm not going to lose it. I think it'd be kind of hard to lose it, considering we have an actual map here. I don't know about anybody else. Have you ever lost your base in a Minecraft world? Like, you went out exploring, and then you forgot where you were, and you couldn't find your home base anymore. Have you ever done that? Let me know in the comments down below. Because I'm sure all of us have done that at least once. I know I've done that a couple of times, but for whatever reason, I've managed to find my way back to base in a few different packs. I don't know how. I always somehow manage to end up right back at base. I've never gotten, like, completely lost to the point where I can't find it. Taking some time to find it? Yes, absolutely. Losing it to the point of restarting? No, actually. What is up with the water in this map generation? Like, I've found some really deep places in places that it shouldn't be. Oh, hi. Well, that's a really cool mountain area right there. You know, one of the things that I keep thinking about that I think would be absolutely funny is if I one day made a world in something, and it just so happens that I get the same seed as somebody else. I know there is a Pixelmon pack that I played for years, which sadly I don't know if it'll ever get updated. That I was playing it, and then something happened to the data about 2 years ago, and I lost all my progress on my Pixelmon world. Like, the data was just gone, just deleted. Not on my part. I didn't do anything other than try to start it. And I just happened to notice that, hey, my world is gone. So I had to start all over again. And I actually liked the seed that I was in, so I really wanted the seed back, but I couldn't remember what it was, so I just made up a new seed. Completely randomly just made up a new seed. And it just so happens that it was the exact same seed that I used. So what I thought was completely and utterly a random seed turned out to be the seed that I was using. So I somehow got my world back. I've lost all the progress, don't have any of the Pokemon that I caught. I don't have any of the setup that I had going on. But I do have the exact same world seed again. There's a Nuzleaf around here somewhere. Not one I really care about. But that's one of the things I do want to talk about with me as far as Pokemon is concerned. Okay. So, if you haven't heard me ever say that before, I prefer using Pokemon I actually like. And I'm not too fussed about gotta catch them all. Like, I know if you get 100%, you get the shiny charms, so you can go shiny hunting. But I'm kind of like, at that point, why are you even bothering? Like, you've already caught all of them. I mean, yes, you're going shiny hunting. Don't get me wrong on that. Like, I see you over there. Come here. I see you. Where'd you go? Where'd you go? You better stay within render distance. Oh my gosh. Come here. Come on, come on, come on, come here. Okay, its defense went up. We're gonna hit it with the tackle. Okay, okay, cool. Come on. Catch him. Catch him. 1, 2, 3. No. Come on, come on, come on, come on. All right, 1, 2. Oh. Get in the Pokeball. Come on, come on. 1, 2, 3. Oh. Get in the Pokeball, you little turtle. I don't have many. Okay. 1, 2. Oh, please. All right, all right, all right, all right, all right. Come on. 1, 2. I only have so many of these. 1, 2. Please stay in the Pokeball. Wait, what happened? We're kind of in a little bit of trouble here, but all right. So, 1, 2, 3. Oh my gosh! Like, get in the Pokeball. One, 2, 3. Got him, finally. Holy mackerel. Okay. The reason I was freaking out is that is like one of my all-time favorite grass types right there. I'm not a big grass type player, but that doesn't mean I won't use a grass type if I come across one. Let's get rid of that. Come on back, buddy. Now I really need a place to heal. But that is awesome. We got a Turtwig. I love Turtwig. Like I just said, that's one of my all-time favorite grass types. Though you'll never see me using a grass type. Grass, if you're new to my channel, you've never heard me talk about Pokemon and talk about, my own personal thoughts on it and everything. Grass is the absolute most worthless type in the entire game. And the reason for that is that grass only really covers water and rock types. That's it. It does cover ground to an extent, but we're focusing on the fact that it covers rock and water. Okay. The overlap with that, in particular, is on with covering water types. If you use an electric, you're going to cover water, and you're also going to cover flying types. Okay, so you're covering two there. Now, then you've got a water type, which will cover ground, rock, and fire. So with these two types, you've not only covered what grass can, but then you've covered an additional 3 other types with just those two. Now, the way I build my team is I build it in a very specific way to the point where there is only one type in the entire game I don't actually have coverage for. Only one. So, grass to me is worthless. You do not need a grass type in your team whatsoever. Don't use them. There is no point in having a grass type on your team. As far as what is that one type that I don't have coverage for, right, I actually don't remember what it is. It may be fairy. Fairy may be the only type that I don't have coverage for in the entire team, in the entire game when I build my teams, because I don't really use a poison type too much. Poison moves is slightly different than poison types. Like, I know we talked about, I absolutely love the Nidoran line, because that was one of my absolute favorite Pokemon back in Gen 1. Nido King was actually the ace of my team back then. Because Nido King back then was actually quite beefy. It had a lot of health and a lot of attack power. Forget all this nonsense with typings and what's it called? Typings. Natures. Forget the nonsense with natures. Nidoking back then was an absolute beast of a Pokemon. That thing got me out of more jams than any other Pokemon. And it was partially because of its setup. Most people don't realize that Nidoking has a very versatile kit. And I don't simply mean like what it learns leveling up. I also mean like what you can potentially teach it. How are you... So there must be like a time thing. It's another male. I really need to find a female one. Though I don't know if breeding is a thing in this. I'll have to like look at if you can breed in this or not. Ooh, ouch. Okay, one more hit, we'll try and catch this one. I don't know what, oh, nope, we knocked it out. Whoops. Oh, that sucks. Oh well. Oh well, like I said, we don't really need another male. Do I see anything that I want on the map? Beat off, there's Growlithe, Mashup, Liepard, Coughing, Ladybug, Voltorb, Fido, Buffalant, Mudberry. I don't really see anything that I would want. Is there a healer that might have a healer? I would love for a Squirt Bunny to pop. This place doesn't have anything. Yeah, there's like no, there's no chest anywhere. What we got? We got a paralyzed hill and an ice hill. I don't need the dirt. Let's take the paralyzed hill. I don't need that. I actually need the stone to get me in and out of places. Carrying around this is fine. Let's get rid of that because I don't really need it. This being my only healing item is probably what I'm gonna have to take. Why do you not have a no freaking the heck is that? I have no idea what that sound was. Why is there not a Pokemon PC? I don't think that the Cobblemon creators would ever listen to me, but you need to add the Pokemon PC into places. Because it not being anywhere so far, and I've been to several towns now, is it's kind of annoying. And I don't know if you can even pick them up, because I know I tried to pick up a healing machine in my other world, but it didn't activate, you know? I want the bank. That's kind of dumb, but I want the bank. I'm guessing this is biome plains. Smurgle, there's a Meowth over there somewhere. I think there's a Parata here. Don't see it. Wigglybuff, Lechonk, and I can't read that. What is it? It's right in front of me somewhere. Oh, a Linoon. Wigglybuff, Ponyta, Igglybuff. Oh, look, there's a ruined portal up there. Vufalant, Oinklinge, or however you say that. What is that over there? Oh, it's a pair of sheep. Okay. Miltank, Mikey's favorite annoying cow. Glow squid down there. I'm wondering. I want to try something. We may waste some resources here. I want to see if I can. I'll rearrange my team a little bit because we need to get that Growlithe out here. I really want to see if we can pick up the healer, or if the healer is just going to break on us. And I really want you to have some obsidian. No obsidian. Gold sword with fire aspect. Let's see, I really need to keep that. We got emeralds. We need to keep the emeralds. Hopefully we'll get enough to like trade at some point. I would like excuse me. I would like to keep the wool. I need to keep the torch. I got an extra pickaxe right here. Technically I could get rid of this one, but I don't want to waste the iron pickaxes until we have a good source of iron. Which in this is probably not going to be very much. So I need to get another piece of iron. And one thing we're about to do, we're not gonna worry about it. So let's get Where is the big hole? I think it's down here. Yeah, it's down here. Hopefully. Let's go over to the water. Yeah. Because then we can just kind of scoot down the water. Because I did see that there's iron there. And surface area here, like everything's... Yep, right there. I was about to say we can potentially find some copper. Oh, except for one problem. Actually, we got quite a few problems. Let's... Dadgummit. I don't really need the sticks. I can get sticks elsewhere. Oh my gosh, hi. Uh, licking. Tell you what. Oh, here. Look at that. We got a Charmeleon. I wanted to save these, but I needed space for that. Okay, so we got Charmeleon up to level 17. Not quite as far as I would have liked, but this should be far enough. We need a little bit more iron. Actually, no, we don't. What we do need is I don't have... I don't have any coal or anything. Oh, take that back. So, if I recall correctly, it was... Oh, we need a piece of sand. It's fine. I see sand over here. We'll let that smelt. There we go. Alright, so there's that. We only need 2 of those. And then we need a piece of sand. So that was 2 copper, which I think is in the middle. I think the smooth stone is on the side, and then 4 iron on the side. I think that's how the PC is made. I'm really doing this not so much so that we can get our Pokemon that we really want to have. I'm doing this more to see if I break this thing, will it drop? So here's our Growlithe. I want to take the Growlithe and I want to trade it with one of the Eevees. Hi, Parata. So we got our Growlithe now. So the question is, if I break this, is it going to drop the PC, or are we in a situation where we can't pick them up once we drop them? Because I would absolutely hate the fact that you can't pick these back up, and I don't have Silk Touch, so this is going to be like a test. Oh, okay. So no, it does stay. It does persist. Okay, that's cool. Okay, give me that. And actually, it can stay right there. We'll take this and go ahead and take that. So that's interesting. That we can take the PC with us. So I can swap out Pokemon anytime I want. That's great. Oh, there's a villager. Sorry, an illager spot over there. Okay, I don't see anything here that I want. I would like to have a Scorbunny spawn, and I would like to find a Mesa. The thing is, we are closer to getting Charizard, which means we will have a flying Pokemon very soon that we can fly around on. Probably even sooner if I actually bothered to level them. I am getting a little bit parched, so give me 1 second. Alrighty, that's better. There's a Plusle over there. You know what? I've got this up. Let's look real quick. Because it says Scorbunny spawns in grasslands. So let's look and see. I am 100% spelling that right. I am on fire. That's why I need to be on electric. Where does it say Plusle spawns at? It spawns in the plains. So, I don't know what a grasslands is. I don't know what biome I need to look for. Clearly, what we're at right now is not a grassland. What counts as a grassland? That I don't know. I do see there's another Eevee up there. Aha! Hi. You're a little Eevee. You're a level 24 Eevee. Holy cow. I don't think that did much damage to it. It did 15% damage. That did 15% damage. And it is, like, wrecking my Charmeleon. So neither one of these are doing much damage to that. I don't think Metal Claw's going to do much. Yeah, that did less. It did 10% damage. Yeah, let's just switch in the pony attack. Oh, I don't have my Pokeballs ready. could. It's a male anyway. We've already got 2 males. We don't worry about too much. Normally I wouldn't do this, but level 24, I would like to have the experience for my Pokemon. So Ponyta grew to level 19, and Charmeleon grew to level 18. Very nice. So this is what I wanted to do. I wanted to pull this up. So this is Plains, it's a Forest. Plains, Taiga, Meadow? Meadow, that's a forest. Forest, sparse forest, plains. What is a grasslands? Actually, it wasn't Score Bunny that I saw. Sparse German. It was a reboot. So it may not have the same spawning. I don't know where I saw the dang thing either. So where is... Where's reboot spawn? It says grasslands and tundra. See, this is one of the things I wish they would do, because I don't know what either of these are. Like, I've got taiga, I've got snowy taiga. That's a cherry grove. Like, I know I've seen a reboot, and it says it spawns in grasslands and tundras. Well, I know it wasn't up here, because when I think of tundra, I think of like a cold area. So this would be like a cold area to me. But I know it wasn't up there. It was down here somewhere. And none of this to me says like it's a cold biome. All of this says it's like a warm area. So I'm not entirely sure where I saw that spawn. I have no idea what biome it was that it spawned in. And starters are kind of, well, again, this is not Pixelmon. I can't emphasize that enough. However, their spawning rules do seem to be similar. So, going on that logic, this biome should be where I could find a Score Bunny. But what it says as far as where it spawns doesn't line up with what I saw. Because it did have Plusle marked as spawning in a plains biome. And clearly this is a plains biome, and we saw the spawn on the map. In fact, we live right near a plains biome. I could have gone anywhere else. There's a set of ruins over there. We're going to head towards that. Pidgey, Butterfree, Bouffalant, Ladybug, Ponyta, Zigzagoon, Lechonk, Wooloo. I think that's another Ladybug. It's a Bouffalant. There's a regular Minecraft horse. There's another Minecraft horse. Actually, there's 4 Minecraft horses. And there's a sheep across the way. We got another one of these ruined things. These are actually kind of cool. Like, I'm glad they did that. I know we got something similar in regular Minecraft, but as I keep saying throughout a lot of these, I don't really plan on upgrading to the latest version of Minecraft anytime soon. I do not like what they have been doing with the game the last few years. Oh, great. We're out of inventory space. I hate to get rid of the Sunstone, but I don't... None of the Pokemon that evolved via the Sunstone interest me. maybe if I was into dex completion, I would do that, but I'm not. Dex completion is not something I ever care about. I know it gets you the shiny charm and everything. Yeah, don't get me started on that. There's a Taurus. Is it the regular Taurus or is it one of the other ones? And see, that's another thing that bothers me. Is okay? It's a regular Taurus. Is as I was looking at where things spawn, as I was browsing them, I started noticing that there was no alternate forms listed. And when I did look up alternate forms, it didn't have any spawn information. So I'm like, well, are they in here or not? Because I did catch a Galarian Meow. And all the others say that they don't spawn anywhere. Because if I could get a hold of a Hisuian Typhlosion, that would work. Granted, we're gonna have Cruelich, but I'll take a Hisuian Typhlosion too. I didn't realize just how limiting we were going to be just using straight up fire types. Like if you're not using starters, your choices of fire types are kind of bland, to be honest. Like the best fire types are all the starters. Like there's several water types that I would take over some of the starters. Like Lapras, I would take a Lapras over some of them. I would take Gyarados over some of them. Vaporeon I would take over some of them. Let's see. What others? Psyduck. Golduck. I love Golduck. I would take Golduck over some of them. So, do Pokemon heal over time or something? Oh, I'm full up on food. They must heal up over time, because I just realized, I just looked over, all of my Pokemon are full health now. There's a Klepto. What do I see on the map? I see Purloin, Combi, Kleppa, Lillipup, Psyduck, Goldeen, Combi, Tauros, Igglybuff, Timber, Wooloo, Pidove, Fido, I think is what I'm reading. No, there's not really. Daggum. Okay, let's go to these. This is just gonna make my life easier. Well, I've got the PC already. I don't really need those. The only reason I'm taking those is for the PC. I've got a PC. Yeah, well, we've already done it. We're moving. We're taking them. We're moving on. Oh, I do want those. It'll save me on iron later. We're like trying to build like regular Minecraft stuff. I would like to take the left turn. I don't need to take the left turn. I would love to take it. So some of these profession blocks I would like to take, but there's really no point. Okay, so Krabby, Lechonk. I can't read what that is. Mareep, Tandemaus, Squawkabilly, Pidgey, Purloin, another Squawkabilly, I'm assuming. There's a Crabrawler. I don't really care about any of those. I really don't. I think I checked all except for where were the Pokemon centers? It's up here somewhere. We got 14 head bows, might as well just Hay bales. Again, the only reason we're still in the hay bales is we can make food out of them. If we start running really low. Though we haven't had much reason. I'm sorry, Woohoo, you got in the way. I wasn't purposely trying to attack the Wooloo. Come on. That wasn't too many rare candies or XP candies. I don't understand why they made that change. That, to me, is like the weirdest thing that they've done. Like, Pokemon's done some pretty odd things, but the change from a rare candy that gets a flat level up to several hundred different candies that give varying amounts of XP, like, I don't understand. I would think that the flat level give would be easier to code than 5 different things of XP, because now you're also tracking like how much XP does the Pokemon actually have, how many candies you're carrying. You've got it broken up into, let's see, there's extra small, small, medium, large, and extra large. So you've got it broken up into 5 different pieces. So you're purposely inflating the game data. I don't understand why they did that. Why? Like, if anybody at Pokemon ever sees this at the Pokemon company, explain that one to me. There's a lot of things that logically you guys have done that make 0 sense to me. I don't know why you made that change. That seems completely and utterly pointless. That's like some of my gripes of Scarlet and Violet. Like, the actual spawning of Pokemon and the actual environment just feels cheap. Like, the environment in Legend Arceus was so much better. Like, it made way more sense that, this is the early days of humans, so their towns are kind of small, and there isn't much there because they're building at that time frame. Scarlet, and not to mention there's woods everywhere, there are trees. The environment looks like a living, breathing entity in Legends Arceus. You come over to Scarlet and Violet, and the environment just looks dead. Like, there's nothing anywhere. There are spots with a lot of foliage, but there's just spots. And then you've got miles, what feels like miles of empty terrain with nothing there. It's just, I don't understand what they were doing with that game. That game is, to me, the laziest Pokemon game in existence. Like, they half-ass everything with that game. The environment feels dead. The textures are horrid. The bike or riding Pokemon, like, Koraidon makes 0 sense to me. Miraidon works because Miraidon is effectively a transformer. If you think of it like that, it is a transformer. It makes sense where its wheels are and how it, kind of transforms into this motorized bicycle. Koraidon does not. Okay, so Koraidon, for whatever reason, inflates its frontal, whatever that thing is. It's kind of similar to what frogs have. It inflates that while it's running. No creature have I ever seen does that. Like, if it's moving around, that thing is tucked up. Okay. The other thing that I have a problem with that is it does the same thing for its tail. If a creature is running, its tail is effectively a rudder. The tail affects how it is turning. So why on earth does its tail ball up into a bike? Why? That makes zero sense to me. I have never understood that. And I cannot get over that. I can't even like state how much I dislike Scarlet and Violet. The only reason we are doing a playthrough of that at all is because it's the first time ever you could make a team that you want to run throughout the entire game before you even really start running the game. Like, legit, you can make a team of whatever it is you want without ever actually starting the game. And that's effectively what I've been doing. So we've got I just completely lost train of thought there. So we got our team that I've always wanted to do. We got Team Eevee that I'm doing, and if I really wanted to, if I could find like another Switch, like maybe somebody donated one to me, and I could get another copy. Well, actually, I wouldn't need another copy of the game. I just do it on that one. I'd have to have a whole nother account. We don't have a Fire Vulpix. Vulpix totally works. We can come here. Come here. Where are you going? No, come here. Aha. So you can get a pretty good team going of whatever combo you want in that game. That is literally the only reason why I do it. Why am I confused? It used Confuse Ray on me, didn't it? Okay, cool. Alright. Alright, so 1, 2, 3. Caught it. Yay. We've got a Vulpix. I mean, that's our second Vulpix, but the other one's an ice type. We can't technically use that one. Boom. So we only got 2 more Pokemon that we really can't use. Cool. Oh, that's my Charmeleon. I was about to say there's a Charmeleon nearby. there's not a Charmeleon nearby. What is? There's an S over there. S what? The bunny's on top of the name, so I can't read it. What are you on top of? It's probably the Centric. It's probably where it's hiding. There's a Joltik over there somewhere. Bunnery, Murkrow. Murkrow? Murkrow. guess we'll go here. Oh my gosh, I want you. I want to save Pokemon, Pokeballs though. I have 17 left, and we're still looking for a Scorbunny and a. The Scorbunny is not the main thing we're looking for. We're actually looking for the stupid biome. I have no idea where in the world we're gonna find this biome at. I'm kind of surprised we haven't found one already. It's a Weedle up there. Ooh. That's a problem. No! Oh, I thought for sure he was going to explode in my face. I don't want to die here. I don't want to die out here. Because I don't know about how long it would take me to get back out this way. There's another Impidimp over there. Love Impidimp. That's a great Pokemon. I actually used one in my sword playthrough. And I'm not paying any attention to the map, but I don't think we're in the right biome for a Scorbunny to spawn. I'm gonna go around this somehow. There's a Paris. Paris. Probably the most disturbing Pokemon in all of Pokemon because its second evolution, it is dead. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. The Paris is dead. It's the mushroom that you're dealing with at that point. I mean, if you look at its eyes are whited out. It is dead. That just... It was a cow. It was a cow. And it scared me. Like, I'm not gonna lie about that. I had a mini freak out just then. I was like, what is that? It's a cow. Calm down. Oh my gosh. Wait, what we got going on down there? This is just one ginormous... Okay, so this biome is just absolutely ridiculously large. Oop, yeah. We got plenty of food, so I'm not too concerned with that. Okay. Boom, there we go. And now we're on top of here. Heading off into the unknown. Okay, so this is a set of ruins right here. How do I get down safely? Like that. Anything here? Yeah, pillar. There's a gimme gold there. I don't have the resources to make a brush. I wonder if there's anything in the... I don't have that much experience using the brush doing archaeology stuff. That's a feature that I just think is absolutely retarded that they added. I know they promised it to us and then they didn't give it to us and then they finally were able to do it, but I was never excited about it to begin with. I was kind of like, what the heck is this? why do we want this? This doesn't sound useful in the least. And I was pretty much right. It's absolutely worthless. All of the features that they have included since 1.20 are pointless. There is no point in them. There's no benefit in those features. I don't know why they were doing that. And yes, I am very aware that I keep saying, I don't know, I don't know, I don't know. Well, guess what? I don't know. I don't work with Mojang. I don't know why they've got like the laziest development I've ever heard of going on, and people eat it up. Like the trial chambers, for instance. The trial chambers to me were kind of a mixed. Like I did a video on it where I talked about it, and I was like, okay, so the trial chambers are going to be one of two things. They're either going to be so easy that it's not worth your time doing, because you'll do it once and you'll be like, oh, okay, I'm never doing that again, or they'll be so ridiculously hard that you don't want to die in it, so you're going to have to get over geared, which is going to make it easy. And basically, what I found is, regardless, they're not that difficult either way. Um, I even went in with, because a lot of people were talking about, like, these are going to be great and everything. And I was like, look, most people aren't going to go in there ungeared. They're going to have some form of gear, um, because you're not going to be able to survive otherwise. And the other problem I had with it is, like, nobody in their right mind, if the loot is not worth it, then nobody is going to want to do them. And in my personal opinion, the loot is not worth it. There is nothing worth going in there for. Now, you can talk all you want about, oh, what about the mace? The mace is great. Well, no, the mace is not great. The mace is kind of bland, in my opinion. So, it's not really all that impressive to me. The mace is one of those things that they added thinking it would be really cool, and it's really not. All it really does is gives PvP a weird weapon with a very niche use. Uh, and it seems pointless. As far as the rest of the loot inside the trial caves, whoop-de frickin' do. Okay, most of that stuff you can get elsewhere for other reasons, and it's a lot better. Um, and then I do also want to point out that the the timing of the loot refresh, like I could see it going one of two ways, and I called it back then. I was like, either you're going to have this indestructible block that you cannot remove, which is going to be super annoying for builders. It's going to be super annoying for builders because then you're going to have to work around it. And the other fact was that either one of two things is going to happen. Either people are going to find a way to farm them, or if you make it a one-time loot per player, then what's the point of it anyway if you can only do it once? And basically that's exactly what ended up happening. So they made it to where you could either have it as an infinite loot or a one-time only loot. And I think most people go for uh, making it everybody can get it multiple times. That way they can farm it, which trivializes the whole thing anyway. So the trial chambers, in my opinion, are a waste of time and resources in making. There was no point in them developing the trial chambers. I knew for a long time that they wanted to have a roguelike method or a roguelike dungeon inside of Minecraft. I even called it back then. Like, a roguelike inside of Minecraft, it makes no sense. There's no reason to do it. Leave stuff like that to mod pack makers, where they will build a world where having roguelikes makes sense. It doesn't make sense in Minecraft, and it never will. But yeah, I don't like the trial chambers. They're worthless. So The only thing to me at all that would convince me to upgrade my Let's Play world is the use of the auto crafter, and I would actually like to have some of the blocks, not all of them, some of them. I would like to have the variants of uh, tough blocks, all the various tough block versions. I'd like to have. I don't know. Is there? Oh, we got a clock. We got obsidian. Let's get rid of that. Let's get the obsidian because we definitely need obsidian. I don't know about the clock. We got nuggets. I want to leave the nuggets. I want to take the clock. The reason I want to take the clock is to let me know, like, when I need to go and sleep. Be a good way of letting me know that, hey, you need to sleep, dum dum. Oh, look at you! You're amazing. I never use you, but you are so cool. I'm not using the phrase pretty. You're not pretty. Sorry. Not doing that. What is Tangrowth? Yep. Napalm, Weedle, Bellsprout. Oh, Bellsprout. I haven't seen Bellsprout yet. There's an Napalm over there. Where's this Bellsprout? Oh, look at you. And you're walking. That's really cool. I like that. So I wonder where. Let me look at this real quick. There's our reboot. Where you at? I skipped you. Where are you? Litten. So in Pixelmon, Litten is found in jungles. It's found in jungles here too. Okay. So there is a jungle up there. A Weedle. Weedle, Weedle. Weedle, Weedle. Apom! Hello, Apom! You're awesome. I will be catching more Pokemon later when I have a good source of Pokeballs. For now, I'm specifically hunting. I'm specifically hunting specific Pokemon. Yeah, yeah, that makes sense. It actually does make sense. It just sounds horrible. Okay, Flabebe. I know in most Pixelmon servers I've played on, they usually go. They take certain biomes like a jungle and they destroy it so that you can have clear line of sight on Pokemon everywhere. I left that over there. Oh well. I was about to say we could go ahead and set this whole area on fire. It would clear out a lot of stuff. Just let it burn. Burn, baby, burn. So there's a Chatot. I think that says Slack Off, Weedle, Caterpie. There's another Weedle. There's a Beedrill. There's a Weedle. There's an Oddish. Oddish. I need to switch my screen again. Give me 1 second. There we go. I really need a second. What I really need is a dual computer setup. Like one for gaming, one for streaming. That's what I really need. Unfortunately, I don't have the money to do that. A what? What is that? What is up here? Oh, that's the mushroom thing, isn't it? Where are you at? You're the little mushroom guy, aren't you? A pump. Where is it? It vanished. Gimme Ghoul over there. There's a Metapod somewhere over there. Kakuna Matata. There is a Bellsprout that away. Bellsprout, Apom. I'm trying to look at the map. Jamak, whatever, the stupid fire chicken. I never know how to say that one's name. Jamaku? Jamataku. I'm hoping, seeded. I'm really hoping we can get a Litten to spawn. You know, Litten, I actually like Litten. Litten and Spriggerito. I really like both of them. My problem, though, is that they don't stay on all fours. When they go to two legs, it's just kind of like when they go bipedal, it's just kind of like, come on, could you not have come up with a design? Like, why do all of the starters have to go bipedal? Why do they have to be humanized? I don't like it. I want them to start making more that are quadrupeds. Getting the trope of bipedal Pokemon is kind of getting old at this point. We've got so many of them. Like, start making them bipedal or quadrupedal. I'm not looking at the mini map here, so I don't know if we missed something. There's a Gloom. I haven't seen a Gloom yet. I've seen an Oddish. Can we find this Gloom? I want to see what the Gloom looks like. I'm heading the wrong way. Squawkabilly. You're over. He's literally just sliding. Oh, there it is. There's the Gloom. Look at that. Wow, they did a good job on that. That looks great. Kuna, Geodude. Cheta, Apom, Metapod. There's a Heracross. Ooh. I think that says Mankey. I can't tell. Yeah, I think this is Mankey. It's like over there somewhere. Chatot, Zubat. Zubat. Love Zubat. Well, actually, I love Crobat. Ooh. Ow. That hurt. What are you? What are you? Hello? It's a Kakuna. Kakuna Matata. Hello, Kakuna. Look at you. You are amazing. I love Beedrill. Beedrill's another really good Pokemon. It's a shame that it's not exactly like a great Pokemon. Beedrill like used to stick with me in Red and Blue for a while. I would use Butterfree. You know, Butterfree was always said to be the better Pokemon. However, what I found was that for certain niche uses, Beedrill was actually a little more useful. The only real reason that I kept the Butterfree around was for Sleep Powder and Paralyzed Powder. I didn't really use Poison Powder too much, but that's because I was using sleep to try and catch Abra, which actually it worked about 30% of the time, and that was the only reason I would keep a Butterfree on my team for any amount of time, was until I caught an Abra. Because back then, once you got Abra and you got Kadabra, that's the only psychic type you're going to get until you come across Drowsy. And then, I mean, it's Drowsy or Abra. I did use Drowsy and Hypno simply because I didn't have a way of getting Alakazam. And it did work, but Alakazam would have been better. But again, like, my experience with those games is very different from everybody else. I don't remember Psychic being as ridiculously broken as everybody says. And I'm not sure if I really trust the emulators to remind me of how that was. When I did the Silver playthrough, which I didn't finish, I was specifically going after Whitney. It felt a lot easier than it should have been. A lot easier. But again, I wonder if that's just, the fact that, I've had a lot of years and played a bunch of different Pokemon games where when I originally played those, I didn't know what to expect and just going through the motions. And you come up against the Miltank, and the Miltank just throttles you hard. And the real reason why the Miltank throttles you hard was because of its rollout. It was really bad about not missing the rollout, and then once rollout hit a certain percentage of attacks landing, it is just dealing out more damage than your Pokemon can handle. Like, it's dealing out enough damage at that point, because if I recall correctly, there was no top end for rollout. It did not run. The damage for it did not top off. It just kept building and building and building forever. I think it did the same thing in Red and Blue, but I don't know if Red and Blue had rollout. I mean, people used to complain about Explosion, but honestly, rollout was worse. Rollout was so much worse. And I am not paying attention to what is around me again. Zigzagoon over there, there's Kakuna, Ladybug, Butterfree, Mankey, Ladybug, Pidgey, Weedle, Caterpie. Yeah, I don't see a Litten on the map. And we're out of the jungle again. Maybe we can come over here to this grass area, because Litten and Scorbunny I would like to have. I know I want to get the Scorbunny more than I do the Litten. But I think the Incineroar being Fire Dark would be more useful than Cinderace. Yeah, I thought Cinderace was firefighting. I could have sworn Cinderace was firefighting, but when I was looking at the Pokedex for Cobblemon, it says that it's just plain fire. I could have sworn that it was firefighting. That feels incorrect to me. But I'm not 100% sure on that. I mean, I could easily pull up, like, Cerebi. Like, Cerebi is my go-to for Pokemon information. Like, if I want to learn something, see what information's out there about Pokemon, I go to Cerebi. Unless I'm looking up, like, team comps. I don't play Pokemon on a competitive level, but that doesn't mean that I don't try to make a team that can be competitive in the games, even though you really don't need to do that. But if you're using like Flareon, which is the worst EV evolution, you kind of need to, because Flareon doesn't exactly have a good kit. It's really good at physical attacks. It learns special fire type moves. So that's kind of ridiculous. Oh, there's a bunch of. I see you guys over there. And I know we're very far from the jungle now. I wasn't seeing anything spawn there. And we're still good on time. As far as like day-night cycle. Oh, but we're not good on time in real life. This kind of sucks. I feel like we haven't done much. That's fine. This coming week should be interesting as far as streaming is concerned. Um, we'll see what happens. So, family is taking vacation this coming week. And they were planning on going down to Daytona. I think they wanted to go to a biker rally is what they wanted to do. But the plan has changed. They are not going down there. So, given circumstances that I'm not going to talk about, the possibility exists they're either going to have a staycation, which is going to drive one of them crazy, or they are going up north for a couple of days. I don't know which. Either way, if they stay here, I can't stream at all. It's just something that does not work with them being here at the house. It doesn't work. Like, even while I'm in between jobs right now, looking and applying to all sorts of jobs, it's more annoying than you would even imagine, because a lot of that I have to do on my computer, and guess what? They don't want me on my computer. Well, how am I supposed to do what I gotta do if you don't want me on my computer? Like, how am I supposed to stream and make content and blah, 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 if you don't want me on my computer? I'm saying this because one of the messages I got the other day on that video that we're not going to talk about was about, they think they got the wrong idea about my family. They got the exact opposite. If that person ever watches this, you would much rather deal with me in your face than you would my family. Trust me on that. Like, even my friend kind of freaked out. Like, dude, I'm not going to do anything, but I am calling them out. Honestly, well, we're not going to talk about that. Just know that either I will be able to stream this coming week quite a bit, or I'm not going to be able to stream at all. It remains to be seen. We will find out when we get there. It would actually be advantageous of me to be able to stream on the weekend. And that's why I don't stream on the weekend, is because all I do is complain if I'm on my computer. I cannot win making content if I cannot be active with it all the time. All the time. Because it's a lot of time and effort to put in. Like, even streaming, like, I've got to have the time to do it. And unfortunately, because of where I live in the world, the best time for me is actually the worst time for them. They don't want me anywhere near my computer at the times that would be best for me to stream. So it's very, very annoying. Until I can get free of them, I'm kind of stuck in a bad situation. It's not like a horrible situation, but it is very annoying. Let's see here. What? Toucan. That's the bird, isn't it? Yeah, that thing. Mankey there. What biome does this count as? There's a Caterpie right in front of me. What is this biome technically? Bamboo jungle. So we should see a ninja. There's, what is over here? A Mankey? Is that what I'm seeing? There's a Tangula right here. Hello, Ninjask. I love Ninjask. That's a great Pokemon. Not a great one to use unless you're doing competitive, but actually, I don't even know about that. Like, I'm saying that because I think I heard about a team that used Ninjas. Uh, yeah, I could be completely wrong on that. And by all means, if I am wrong on anything concerning competitive Pokemon or Pokemon in general, call me out on it. Let me know that I've said something wrong. I mean, some people don't want side seat gamers like ruining their stuff, but if I say something wrong, I want to know because I need to correct myself on that. Within the confines of a game, that is, there's, again, like the subject that I got that people were complaining about the other day. I'm just going to say they're wrong. And then that's it. We're just going to leave it at that. They're idiots, in my opinion. But if it's concerning like Pokemon, like if I say something wrong, like this Pokemon learns a skill or this Pokemon has access to that, and that's incorrect, let me know. If I say if it's the same thing in Tomb Raider, we're gonna be back in Tomb Raider next week. Ooh, mud. I can't take mud with me right now. My inventory is just absolutely horrible. If I say something incorrect about the Tomb Raider franchise, I would love to know that that's incorrect. And I mean like legit incorrect, not difference of opinion incorrect. Which again just sounds really weird because of what I just said about the things. Just if it's got to do with real life, just don't even start with me on that stuff. And I promise that I will try to be better about not starting that with you guys. And hold me accountable to that. Like, I'm not going to get anywhere if I keep running people off. However, I will admit that there are some people I don't want around here. Yeah, I know, I'm confusing. But considering most of my videos have like maybe 2 views on them, and it's usually like 2 views at the first 60 seconds, I don't know if anybody will ever even see what I'm saying or hear what I'm saying here. Okay, so we're back over here. I want to get into the jungle. Bamboo jungle, I don't think a Litten's going to spawn over there. I really wish I'd kept the flint and steel, because we could burn this area. Which, I don't know how far away that was. Well, there is a village over that way. Yeah, I don't know where that portal was. I thought it was close by. It's not close by. It's probably a lot further away than I'm thinking. But we do need to think about getting off here. Because it is after 4 o'clock. I am nearing the end of the time that I have to stream today. Normally I do just go ahead and end at 4 o'clock. That way I can wind down, take the dogs out and everything. But sometimes I just don't feel like it. Like I want to continue on for whatever reason. Like I'm having a good time. Like I love Pokemon. Don't ever get me wrong on that. I love Pokemon. Okay, this is the franchise that I have played every single game of. Technically, I've also done the same for Tomb Raider, but there's literally like one game in both franchises that I've never finished. Uh, Technically, two actually within Pokemon. I never finished Black 2, and I never finished Ultra Sun and Moon. Ultra Sun and Moon to me was just kind of bland. Like it was the same game rehashed with a slightly different story. It wasn't like this is a new story that's like sometime later. It was literally the exact same story, only you got people from the other dimension watching. It was literally the same thing. There was no difference. Like, I didn't understand that, and I wasn't too into it. I was just like, okay, this is boring. This is exactly the same thing that I already played. Um, get the Ultra Necrozma and everything would have been nice. I never did, but I also didn't trade over any of my Pokemon while you could, so that I could have them in the Switch era of games. I'm not too good about doing that, like keeping up with them. So if I had, oh, you know what? There is a third game that I never played through. Ooh, hi, I see you. The what the heck is it called? Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. I didn't play through much of those. I don't really care for Ruby and Sapphire. Mostly because I don't care for the Pokemon that they introduced in those. I don't care for the starters. Like, I don't care that there's a lot of people that are like, "Oh, Mudkip is amazing." I hate Mudkip. Of all the water starters, Mudkip is the last one I would bother using because I cannot stand Swampert. Like, that to me is the worst looking Pokemon of all of these starters. Uh, so we need to get off the Debbie Downer because I know people don't like that and everything. Let's talk about my favorites, okay? My favorite fires. We're going to start with fire because fire is my favorite type. Like 90% of the games, my starter is a fire starter. There's only two exceptions to this. Um, well, technically three. Uh, but that particular game, I don't like any of the starters. So the only exceptions that I have not started with a fire is X and Y because Froakie, Greninja is just too damn good not to take. Like, Greninja is amazing. And then Scarlet and Violet, I cannot stand the alligator. So, Sprigarito was actually the very first grass starter that I decided to use in a playthrough. Uh, Technically, it would have been Bulbasaur, but I don't really count Bulbasaur because I jumped off of Bulbasaur and onto the bandwagon of Charmander because I found that later in the game, Venusaur is just absolute trash. Like, it's not worth using at all. So, with that being said, probably my all-time favorite starter is, honestly, I've got to say it because I beat around the bush all the time with this, but my all-time favorite starter, as far as fire types is concerned, has to be Chimchar and Infernape. I beat around the bush on that all the time, thinking that, yeah, I like that one, but I'd much rather have a Charmander, which is exactly, we got, if I can hit the right button, we have a Charmander here, we have a Charmeleon. There's a reason for that, because, Charizard can fly, Infernape can't. So when you're starting off with a Pokemon in a Minecraft game, you want a flyer as soon as possible. Anyway, Chimchar to me is my absolute favorite fire starter of them all. My favorite water, we already talked about. My absolute favorite water is Froakie, Greninja. That is by far the best water starter of the entire franchise. I don't care what people say about stupid Swampert. Swampert is the ugliest. I cannot stand Swampert, and I cannot reiterate that enough. Um, Grass. Considering what I said earlier about grass, just know that as far as actually using grass, the only one that I would really say that I would actually bother using is Turtwig. That is probably the only one that I would say that I would bother using because I absolutely love Torterra. No, that is my bed. Get off of my bed. Honorable mentions, okay? Um, I do like Fennekin. Fennekin is a really cool looking Pokemon. I do not care for its final evolution, but Fennekin is up there. I would use a Fennekin over some of the others. So my top three fire types would be Chimchar, Charmander, Fennekin. Absolutely would. And then a close fourth. I know it's the worst fire of the entire series as far as starters, but I would take a Cyndaquil. Uh, my least favorite is actually I don't like Litten. I really don't like Litten. But the alligator, the Fuecoco, I would never use a Fuecoco. You will never see me use Fuecoco. I had one in my party in Scarlet and in Violet, long enough to get it leveled up so that it would evolve, and that's it. You will never see me use those things. I hate them that much. Uh, I know we're on Debbie Downer moment, but we're talking about my top picks and my top dislikes. Um, so, water types. What are my top water types? Well, Greninja, obviously. Froakie. I love Froakie. I love Greninja. It's amazing Pokemon. Second for water types, I'm not a huge water type user. It's kind of hard for me to pick one. But if I had to absolutely pick one, I really don't know who I would give it to. So top one, Froakie, Greninja. Top one. Two, I am just going to pull them out of my head, okay? Uh, I would take a Squirtle over anything else. Squirtle, Blastoise combo, yeah, absolutely would. And then I'm saying three, but these are interchangeable. Totodile. I love Totodile. I love for alligator. Totally would use that over some of the others. And then finally, for number four, would probably have to go to Piplup. I do like Empoleon, even though I've never really used it because I'm not too. It's not my favorite, and it's not one that I would like rush to get. But I'm more likely to use it than I would some of the others. So that's my top four there. Grass types. Okay, like I said earlier, I don't like grass types to begin with, so this is gonna be kind of hard to like just pick out based on like what I know about them because I don't use them. Obviously, we already talked about it. Torchwig, Torterra, absolutely would be my number one as far as grass types. Number two, I'm just gonna go ahead and give it to Bulbasaur because at least Bulbasaur I have used compared to some of the others. I have used a Bulbasaur. What is this? A Moonstone? Oh, yeah, I'm keeping that. Uh huh. Uh, you, you better come with. Okay, we're sticking here. We got a reboot right here. It's doing quite a bit of damage with that quick attack. Okay, 40 damage. Um, let's see. We did two. How many attacks have we done? Two. Use Dragon Breath. Use Dragon Breath. So we've done two attacks. We've done about 60 damage. So that's probably about 30 damage a hit, roughly. We're gonna risk one more hit. Yeah, okay. You're not a score bunny, but you're close. Alright, 1, 2, 3. No. Alright. See here. 1, 2, 3. Ah! Stay in the football. I don't have many. Okay. 1, 2. Dadgummit. Come on, please stay. Alright. 1, 2, 3. Yes! Got it. We got the reboot. That's all I wanted. Okay, we're replacing the Eevee. Because I would like to level him up and use that Moonstone on him. Yes! There we go. We got the majority of what I was hoping to get. I do still want to get a Litten. And then at some point I would like to go to the Nether. We could try to get Charcadets or Coolidge. But we're going to have to get more Pokeballs. Ooh, excuse me. So, let's go back to this town. I didn't really see a way to heal. Anyway, we were talking about grass-type starters, which are my favorite grass-type starters. So, number 1, I said is Turtwig, because I love Torterra. Number 2 was Bulbasaur. Bulbasaur Venusaur does have a use, and it does have all the powders, which I really like using the powders. That's sleep powder, poison powder, paralyzed powder, and paralyze, sleep, poison. I feel like I'm missing one. But anyway, yeah, I love using the powders with grass types. Number 3, and this is where we're getting kind of picky because I haven't used too many of the grass types. So I would say, like, maybe we go with... God, I really don't know which one. I've never been a fan of Snivy. You know, we'll put Rowlet. We will put Rowlet at number 3 because I do like the aesthetic, at least, of its final form. I do like the whole archer look of the final form. So yeah, we will give Rowlet 3. As far as number 4, though, that's like I don't like Trico. I already mentioned not liking Snavy. I'll put Spriggerito. Yeah, Spriggerito will be number 4 because I at least like Spriggerito. I don't care for Masquerade at all. I wish they had left it on all 4s. But I do like Spriggerito. Spriggerito's really... Like, I have a plushie sitting behind me. I love Spriggerito. Don't care for its evolutions, but I do like Spriggerito itself. So, yeah, that is my starter list. What my favorite starters are. So, go over it again real quickly. The top 1, because that's what I remember. Chimchar is my favorite fire type. My favorite water type is definitely Froakie. And then my favorite grass type would absolutely be Turtwig. So that is my 3 favorite starter Pokemon of all time. Because right now we're on Gen 9, and hopefully in the next couple of years we'll have Gen 10. Is this not going to sleep anytime soon? Like, I thought we were really close. I guess we're not as close as I thought. Let's I want to take my bed back. So they're still gathering up. Let's look around and see if we can find a healer. Because I don't know if there is a healer here. I mean, there might be one here, but I'm not seeing one. There we go. So yeah, that is basically my favorite Pokemon as far as starters. So outside of starters, obviously you saw my excitement for Eevee earlier. So Eevee is my absolute favorite Pokemon outside of starters. My favorite Eevee evolutions in no particular order. Uh, I absolutely love Jolteon. Jolteon was my favorite. Was my first favorite electric type that isn't Pikachu. I cannot reiterate that enough. It's not Pikachu. I was actually like so over Pikachu after a while there, but it is the mascot, so but whatever. My favorite electric is definitely Jolteon of all Pokemon. Closely followed by Joltik. I love Joltik. Joltik's a great Pokemon. And then let's see here. I'm not gonna do Dragon because Dragon to me is kind of a weird type because I don't feel like any of the actual dragons, except for Salamence, is actually a dragon. I don't think they're dragons. None of them. They're all dinosaurs. Those are not dragons. Charizard looks like a dragon. I know it's the difference in like Western, beliefs and Eastern, but I will never accept a Chinese, Japanese, or Korean dragon as a dragon. It's a flippin' serpent. It is a snake. I do not like calling those things dragons. I never have. And it may just be because, my upbringing and everything. I am American and all that. And I'm used to dragons looking a certain way, but it's just the ferocity of them and the way that they're presented. To me, if it's not something that flies with wings and has 4 limbs, it's not a dragon. If it doesn't have any limbs or wings, if it just kind of floats through the air for no reason, that's not a dragon. Like Western dragons, like European dragons specifically, I feel like are the most logical look for what a dragon could be. Is that the Nidorina? Or is that a Rhyhorn? You're a Rhyhorn. I could have looked at the map, but I wasn't too interested in it. Oh, that's a Yanmega. They have Mega evolutions in this? No. That's not a Mega evolution. That I'm just saying. I'm just like, wait, do they have Megas in this? Because I don't know if they do. That's an evolution. That's the second stage. I want to like clarify that. I wasn't asking if that's a Mega and if they have Megas in here. I was saying, hey, that's a Yanmega. Wait, are Megas in this? I know there's a slight difference, and I hope you understand what I was saying there. That sounds really weird, but yeah. I was asking a question about something in here. We still need to find another jungle and try and see if we can get a Litten. Time for a boat ride. We are very far away from home. Holy cow. Luckily, a good chunk of that is actually on the water. I was hoping that we would find... well, my Pokemon seem to be healing up. Like, Reboot is full health now. There is a house there. There's probably a Pokemon Center. Okay, so there's a savannah over here. There's a good chance if we follow this around the savannah. Oh, look. There's a Gyarados. Hello, Gyarados. I love you. If Froakie and Greninja didn't exist, Gyarados would be my favorite water. I absolutely love that thing. And I am one of those crazy people that did in Red and Blue spend the 500 yen or polka dollars, however you want to say that, for the Magikarp. But that's because I don't remember what level it starts off. I think it starts off at like level 15. And then you start like experience swapping it. Little baby. Started experience swapping it. And like 5 levels later, I know it takes forever because I've done it so many times. You will have your Gyarados. And it's super amazing. And like giving it Surf works so well. For the longest time, Gyarados was my water type. And then I started using Lapras at some point. Because I never actually liked Lapras. And then I actually started using it. And I liked it more than Gyarados. However, Gyarados is my boy. Like, I can't not use Gyarados. Like, just about every game, like, one of the earliest things I can do is get a Gyarados. Like, if I can. Because, you know, some games you don't have access to every single Pokemon. But I have done that several times. It's a gray squawkabilly. Why are there no... Why is there no villagers? Because they're on the other side of this hill? Oh, a Faraffaroo. Oh gosh. Look at you. Wow, that is so cool. I just realized. Is that seriously marking the armadillos? Is that seriously marking armadillos? Well, there's like nothing over here. Hello, horsey. Nothing here. Another cable. I don't really need the bread. We're good on bread. Like, we're finding enough bread that I almost wonder if I even need to carry the hay. And we're being kind of smart about our food usage too, so I haven't been too concerned with it. Wait, which one was that? Was that Girafarig or Paraffin? I always get them backwards because their names are literally just the same thing backwards. Okay, no, so these are Girafarigs. That was a Paraffarig. Frega Rat. You know, whatever. Don't quote me on that. I may have that name completely screwed up. Let me know down in the comments below. Do I have that name completely screwed up? Because I think I do. Alright, we're we're gonna wind down here. We're gonna go over to this another town already. I was saying that there aren't many towns, and now we found a whole bunch of what is that? That was a turtle. Let's go see the turtle. I was about to scream if I don't have my bed. Let's come see this turtle. You're stuck in a block, buddy. Hey, look at you. That is so cool looking. I really, really envy people that can do these 3D models. Like, I was trying to make weapons and armor for my YouTube channel and my storyboards, and for my story. Two things I found out. One, you have to make an entire mod for armor. You can't just make a model for armor and import it. It's got to be its own mod, which I have no idea how to do. And the weapons, they worked. I could get them to work. They look like garbage. Like, you could tell that a newbie made them that kind of bad. However, I really, because I'd never experienced block bench before, I feel like I did better than any other noob would have. Because I at least have some experience in doing, like, making things. Because I did try to learn Blender when it first came out. I didn't get anywhere with it, but I tried. Oh, I really would like the pickaxes and the iron. I mean, what can I leave behind for that? I'm collecting these specifically for something. I really should keep the coal. The smooth stone I should keep, that way I don't have to worry about making it. Gold I absolutely need to keep. The shears I don't have to have. I got those for a specific reason. But shears are cheap. You can make those later. Actually, I will take the iron sword, though. Absolutely take the iron sword. I'm really tempted to take... I don't need this. I don't need the apples. I don't need the boots, technically. That would actually be better than the gold, but I'm not too worried about it. We got these for healing our Pokemon, though. We haven't really needed it. When I get to trading emeralds, I will need that. Technically, I can get rid of the furnace. I don't need to be carrying around the furnace. I don't really need these banners. I could make banners at some point. Obsidian I do need to carry. This I could probably get rid of. Absolutely good. I need to keep the boat. I need to keep the crafting table. Because that's just traveling stuff. The furnace... Like, I really don't need the furnace. I'm finding I don't need these hay bales. I know I just talked about it. I was like, I really don't think I need these hay bales. We've got plenty of bread. But I know the moment I get rid of those, I'm going to start running out of food. And because we are taking resources from certain places, eventually when we're traveling around, we're not going to have food to go grab. And it does look like we do have access to the normal trading. Nothing. Okay, so there is a Poké Center here. Do you have a... Nope. I really haven't needed those. Antidote. Yeah, let's just go ahead and drop those. Because I will need an antidote at some point. And the healing has been like hit or miss. Like, I could see taking the healing items, but at the same time, I don't. I need to keep the obsidian. I need to keep the moonstone. Luxury balls, obviously, I gotta keep. I gotta keep the bed. I gotta keep the PC, the torch. Well, I guess we could. What we'll do, we'll just do this. And then we can grab the torch back. I really would like to keep those and start building them up again, because just tossing them here and there and using them up isn't really feeling like it's doing me any good. So, I think I've been saying it, I've been putting it off because I'm enjoying myself right now. I'm very relaxed. I'm enjoying looking around for Pokemon. I'm enjoying just chatting, even though like nobody's here as usual. Uh, so I feel like this is where I am going to leave off for now. I am again going to try and do some off grind camera. Yep, I'm going to do some off grind camera. You heard that. I'm going to do some off grind camera. I'm going to do some off camera grinding. Probably not on Pokemon levels specifically. We still need resources, and one of the things like we absolutely still need to find a mesa. This is kind of getting annoying now. Though I may do a little bit of grinding with Charmeleon, try to get him up to Charizard. That way we can fly around and get from place to place a lot quicker. Because right now we're not getting anywhere. It's taking a long time to walk, and we are 9,000 blocks away from home. We are very, very far away. But this has been a lot of fun. Again, I am very relaxed. And if it doesn't sound like I'm having fun, trust me, I'm having fun. This is great. Like, I'm loving this. So, again, we will be back sometime next week. I don't know what we're going to do exactly. We'll have to see what family ends up doing as far as what they're planning for their vacation. So, I don't know when I'll be back. We may be back for a couple days next week, or we may be back the week after next. As of right now, it's up in the air. I don't know. I hope you guys will stick with me, because I do plan on having Cobblemon as part of. Oh, hi, you're in my face. As part of something that I want to do, because it is Pokemon related and it's Minecraft. Two of my favorite franchises together. It's amazing. I love it. Why haven't I done this before? Like, man, this Pixelmon, Pixelmon's good, but Cobblemon, I'm really liking how they did the models for the Pokemon themselves. It really feels like it's Minecraft. So, anyway, with that being said, guys, I hope you guys will be good. Be good to each other, and take care of each other, and take care of yourselves. And until next time, God bless. I will see you guys in the next video, or the next stream, or whatever it's called. Yeah.